Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far. Welcome back to VALORANT News. Challengers begins today. The split is starting. Matches are scheduled in just a few hours time, and some drama between DisguisedToast's team and Evil Geniuses as they completely roast that team for having no fans. We'll dive into here in a second. But how might the matches play out with some spicy ones coming up soon? Very much enjoy your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. No video yesterday because I was flying out here to Boston. There's a Call of Duty event this weekend that I'm here to cover. The videos will be later than usual as well, just because I'm on Eastern time at the moment, so getting the videos out by 12 in GMT, which is where I used to upload them, is just not going to happen because I'll have to get up at like 4 in the morning every day for that to occur, which is not going to be the case. So they'll come out a little bit later, but I'll do my best to keep you guys updated over the coming days regardless, and hope you don't mind too much. So let's dive into things. First of all, this is kind of from the VCT confirming the talent going into the lock-in event, as it is going to be called in Sao Paulo. This is coming up very soon, to be honest. February the 14th, all the pro teams will fly there pretty soon, or February the 13th actually, sorry, until March the 4th, where that event is going to be run to. So I think a lot of the teams are flying out relatively soon. Over just the few days they'll be there, and obviously some teams might have to book their flights back relatively early because they could theoretically lose in the very first round, and then it's a rather different story for how this bracket looks. There's going to be a lot of upsets round one. That is, well, I can be pretty sure of that, or at least a lot of big name teams going out in round one because some of the teams play each other. Quick note on some Scrimbux actually as well, noted over the last couple of days. We've got T1 versus Evil Geniuses. They're down 4-17 here to T1, which is kind of interesting. But EG actually were okay in another one we'll see in a second. Cloud9 down 14-6 to M80. They're looking good. Cloud9 up 9-3 versus the Mad team, as we'll see in a second. It's a Mad Lions. They are now back. Also, the FaZe team up 17-4 on DSG. So we'll see what this FaZe team is here in a second. Not yet confirmed for some reason, but we know what it is, and I'll say what it is in a second here. Then we've got a SR versus the Guard. They're up 11-7. Bang and 100 Thieves down 10-7 on this one to DSG. Leaf and the Cloud9 guys down 14-8 to Sentinels, and then Bang up 8-1 on NRG on this one. So, that of course Bang on 100 Thieves. There's also this that was seen between M80 and Sentinels, with Sentinels up 12-7. So, I mean, look, I'm not going to read into this at all. I just wanted to share the numbers because I know people find them pretty interesting. And then there was this between Evil Geniuses and G2, where G2 were down 4-15. To me, EG is somewhat better than people think, even though I wasn't going to read into them, and now I'm reading into them. So, whatever. We'll see how it goes. Now, we've also got this from FaZe. Rossi confirming last night he signed a deal. I believe FaZe were meant to announce their team yesterday. It didn't happen for whatever reason, so they've got an announcement coming today. It was actually just fully leaked last night on stream as well. I don't know what's taken FaZe so long to announce their roster, but finally they're going to do it, I think, today, because they kind of have to. The season starts for Tier 2 today, so they probably better announce their roster, because otherwise they're going to be playing a game in a few days' time with an unannounced team. So their team is going to be, and it was said in this clip from Tarek stream last night, babybay, Poised is there as the IGL, Dicey, Supermen, and of course Rossi rounding out the team of 5. That's the squad. I don't know how good it's going to be. Most people have it pretty much like 6th out of the 6 teams that got automatically invited, but we'll see. Tough to predict how Challengers is going to go, especially when there is some drama going around as well. Now, one confirmation then is that Dark Ratio have been signed to an organization, Mad Lions, who have been around in esports for, well, actually their heritage goes back even longer than when they were Mad Lions, but they've been around for quite a long time, and they're coming into North American Challengers with Trick and of course Drone Will and Zekro as well to close out the team. So pretty cool stuff, right? Dark Ratio have been signed. Still, I'm guessing an organization like Breakthrough and also Squad, or now Turtle Troop, right? They're going to be looking for an organization for them to represent. I'm sure there's conversations that have been had there between some of these players or some of those players and potential organizations, but Mad Lions wanted these guys. Pretty cool they can get them signed. And yeah, good honesty for Will as well. I'm happy for Will, just because even DDK says congrats Will, because this guy was quite a key part of that 100 Thieves iteration last year. They made the upgrade right from Will to Cryo, which I think is justified, but I was kind of wondering, okay, where's Will going to go? Is he going to get another spot in the franchise league? He did well, made it through Challengers, joined this team, qualified, and now was signed to a proper organization for Tier 2, so I hope it goes well for him and the rest of the guys as well. But let's talk about some spicy stuff then. So as Ethan says, cancelled all scrims and reserved a whole movie theatre to watch the first Ascension games tomorrow. If Guard loses a round, I will be surprised. So I'm guessing that Ethan, they played the Guard recently, and they believe that the Guard are just different level, and they've just been smoking everyone in scrims, even the pro teams. And Ethan's like, yeah, I'm cancelled everything. I'm just going to watch these guys play and destroy who they play, because it's going to be an entertaining time to watch. Now, we'll see how that goes, because of course what he's doing here indirectly is roasting the team that the Guard are playing, saying that, Guard aren't going to lose a round against these guys, and the team they're playing is DisguisedToast team, of course. Now, someone seems to agree with Ethan on this. So Bang says surprise is an understatement, which I think he's kind of being sarcastic sarcastic about it, basically saying that, yeah, like, there's no way they lose anything at all. 100 Thieves also seem to believe that the Guard are the best team in Challengers. It's between Guard, M80, you know, I think a lot of the good teams are in Group B, to be honest. It's a scary group that there is down there in Group B, with DisguisedToast team there as well, who were undoubtedly one of the best teams, if not the best team that came out of the Challengers qualifiers, because of course those other teams got automatically invited. But, you know, DisguisedToast are playing today, GSG versus the Guard, February the 1st, 4 p.m. Pacific, so that's going on tonight. It's pretty funny stuff, really, that I think that's the second game of the day, but still, this was their phenomenal graphics that they're doing. I know that DisguisedToast, I believe, quote tweeted this and said something like, you know, we don't have a graphic designer yet, but we're working on it, but honestly, this kind of suits their style and everything even better than an actual proper graphic would do. And then DisguisedToast says this to Ethan, inviting your team's entire fan base to watch. So generous, right? So it's pretty cool from DisguisedToast now, being this organization owner, having paid a lot of money to get this team sorted, is now getting in on kind of like the beef and the stories around some of these teams, because Evil Geniuses, the theory is about them, like, do they even know they made franchising right? Where are the fans of Evil Geniuses compared to Cloud9, compared to NRG, compared to Sentinels and 100 Thieves? Like, out of those 5 North American teams in Tier 1, EG are expected to be the worst, but also the team with the least fans, you could argue. And Toast is also saying indirectly here that, you know, we have more fans than you type thing, basically saying that this entire cinema, like the movie theater, is the only people you can actually fit your fan base in, because your fan base is in the tens, maybe the hundreds, rather than the thousands, tens of thousands or millions, like, you know, some organizations have. So pretty good roast, I thought, from Toast there, to be honest, in the replies. And even Zombs says it was kind of also roasting EG as well here, when he says EG clears DSG 10 versus 5, which is, you know, basically roasting EG again, because they've signed 10 players for some reason, I guess is what Zombs is trying to say. And Zombs is like, yeah, DSG fans are so dense, they don't realize I'm flaming EG in that tweet. So pretty funny stuff that Toast and Zombs are kind of teaming up on Evil Geniuses right here. We'll see if they can ever match up. It would only really happen if DSG were to win Ascension, which seems unlikely, but, you know, hopefully it's going to be a fun ride regardless. And also this here from Som, who's seemingly also getting on the bandwagon if it ever wants to load on the DisguisedToast side as well. He's got this graphic right here I thought was pretty funny with all these guys, GSG. So yeah, we'll see how they got on tonight, but their games are certainly not easy. We've got this as well from the Guard. See you tomorrow. We know that they do these awesome graphics here at the Guard whenever they play an interesting series. Jonah P, Net, Tex, Trent, and Valen, of course, their team of 5. And I mean, yeah, look at this graphic, it's phenomenal. And on one side you've got the Guard stuff, and then on the other side you've got DSG with their designs with the squiggles and all this. I thought it was really well done. And yeah, 6,000 likes on this one. Excited to see how they get on going into today. And these are the games then. So I just wanted to share for a little bit here the matches over the next few days. Today is FaZe versus G2. That's the first game. Then the Guard versus Disguised, or, you know, DisguisedToast team basically. So yeah, FaZe G2, interesting one. Like, I might lean G2's way, but they play the first game of the day today, so they better announce their team, because I mean, like, they are playing rather soon indeed. It's funny, you click on this on VLR, and okay, it only shows babybay and Poise. We don't know the full team. Even VLR don't know the full team yet, which is just pretty hilarious, to be honest. But yeah, we know that a lot of these teams are getting some good practice in. G2, they've been playing together for longer, because FaZe only rather recently brought in Rossi, right? It was after the Challengers Last Chance qualifier concluded, they made the change. I think minus Neptune, maybe plus Rossi was what they did behind the scenes. So that's going on today. Then the Guards, of course, would expect them to beat Disguise. So hopefully Disguise can put up a fight, but yeah, it's going to be difficult. These are both best of 3s, of course. And then we get TSM versus Mad Lions, former Dark Ratio, then Breakthrough Oxygen to close out Thursday. Then Friday is Shopify Rebellion Turtle Troop, as they are now, and then M80 versus All Esports. So that's the first weekend of matches there. And these, just to remind you guys, are the groups as it stands. So at the end of the season, there will be the top 4 teams here will go to the playoffs. So from February the 1st through to the March 14th, or through to the 14th of March, these are the pools. They will play these kind of, well, round robin matches type thing until they play a lot of the other teams in their group, and we've got a few of those games going on today. And then on March the 23rd to the 1st of April, there's a mid-season invitational where I'm guessing all of these teams get invited and there's going to be a winner, and you can earn extra points there towards your kind of record type thing. Then you do split 2, they do it again, the round robin, and at the end of all of that, and I think there's actually more points available for split 2 here than there is for split 1, then then the top 4 teams in these groups get determined to go through to the playoffs. So that's kind of the key here, really, is even early days, it's quite important to get some decent results. Like, DisguisedToast should probably be the 4th best team here in Group B, I would say, but it's far from guaranteed, and these top 3 teams should be clear of the rest. But one single upset can turn the tide here in one team's favour over another. One upset tonight, Disguise versus the Guard, will be very critical down the line in getting top 4 in these groups. You need to get top 4 by the time playoffs come around in the end of May going into June, because once you're top 4, the top 8 teams will go through to the playoffs, and then of those 8 teams, 2 of them will qualify for the Ascension tournament, which is 2 from North America, 2 from Brazil, and then 2 from like North and South America, and 2 from Southern South America, something like that. Those 8 teams then battle it out for the 1 spot in Ascension to go up to the Pro League next year. So that's kind of the breakdown of challenges going into the first split, but excited to see your kind of opinions and thoughts in the comment section below. But hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, take care, and I'll see you next time.